Hello, my name is Dawna Ledbetter. I am the outreach coordinator for the McDowell Senior Center, and I am responsible for the participant side of the home delivered meals. Home delivered meals are intended to help maintain and improve the health of the impaired homebound elderly persons. And homebound is considered to be a person who only leaves their home for limited amounts of times for doctor's visits, religious services, necessary shopping, and things of that nature. Our program is for folks that are 60 or older, and you have to meet certain qualifications. The eligibility requirements are that you have to be 60 or older, homebound, and I've already explained what that is, able to eat a normal diet. You reside in your own home and have no one who is able or willing to prepare meals for you.
I'm very blessed to get the Meals on Wheels. My reason is because of my visual impairment and my age. It's a little difficult to do meals.
If you meet the eligibility requirements, then we usually have to place you on a wait list. We usually don't have immediate openings. And the wait can be anywhere from a month up to a year, so it's better to always be on the list than not. So if you know someone who meets the qualifications and you would like to also make referrals, you can contact me at 828-659-0825, and I will be glad to make a referral and get the person on the wait list, or if it's an opening immediately available, I will be more than happy to get them on the list for the route as well.
Hello, my name is Tim Gautney. I'm the Nutrition Project Coordinator at the McDowell County Senior Center, and this is Lena Jones, our Home Delivered Meals Manager. We are interested in providing these hot meals to our home delivered meal recipients. It's 1/3 of the recommended daily allowance of all their vitamins and minerals, and for some of them it may be the only meal they eat today.
My name is Nancy Hodges, and I am coordinator of volunteer drivers for our Home Delivered Meals program. We deliver meals 5 days a week. We have 14 routes, and we deliver between 150 and 175 meals a day. So that's 70 volunteer drivers that we need each week. We always welcome new volunteers. It takes quite the team to make this program work.
I'm one of the members of the volunteer team that delivers home delivered meals here, and I thoroughly enjoy it. It gives me a satisfaction of helping someone who's in need.
For me, I get a lot of pleasure out of it, and the people, when you go into their houses, they love to have somebody to talk to, and it's just a wonderful thing.
It's very enjoyable. It's an honor. It's an honor for me to deliver these meals.
Your assigned route should take about an hour to an hour and a half, depending on how much time you want to stop and visit with each client. We ask the volunteers to be here about 10:30. You park in the designated parking areas across from the senior center. The Old Fort van comes in first. We load them and get them gone, and then each volunteer comes to the dock. When you get here, you will have a insulated container for your hot meals. You will have a cooler for milk, butter, salads, other things that are going out in the meal that day. You get a clipboard, and the clipboard will tell you how many people that you're going to be delivering to that day. It will be 15 or less. There will be messages on it if a client has canceled their meal for that day. You count the meals in the hot box, and you count the milk, salads, butter, other things that will be in the coolers. Be sure you count those and that you have the exact number that you're supposed to have before you leave the center. If you cannot drive on your assigned day, please call me at 659-0821 so that I can call someone else to cover your route that day. If you know in advance that you're taking a vacation or you have doctor appointments, please let me know as far in advance as you can so that I can get someone to fill in for you on those days as well.
Some of the things that you may encounter once you start delivering, sometimes you'll go when a person is not home or will not answer the door. Our procedure for that is to call that person. If they do not answer, contact the center and let us know that they did not come to the door. We will contact their emergency contact person to make sure that they are indeed okay. Sometimes you will encounter people leaving notes because they've had doctor's appointments or are not going to be back in time to receive their meals. If they leave a note and specify that it is okay to go into their home and leave the meal in their refrigerator, that is okay if they have given you permission to do that. We are not allowed to leave meals outside in coolers, on porches, or anything like that for safety requirements.
If the person's not at home, please note it on the paperwork because we can't count that meal unless the person does get it.
If you have any issues or concerns, you can always contact me. I am in direct contact with those folks. I try to do reassessments every 6 months, but you guys see them more often than I do, and if you have any issues or concerns about their well-being or anything like that, you can bring those to me and we will follow up with those folks.
Our meals are prepared fresh daily by very well-trained staff. We are very dedicated in providing hot, nutritious meals. We take temperatures throughout the day from the time the cooks prepare the food to the time it's being served. Then again, when the home delivered meals are going out, because a hot meal is very important to our clients. If it weren't for that meal being delivered, some of them may not even have something to eat today. So it's important that this meal is very enjoyable and that it has a good temperature. As you know, if you go in a restaurant and eat and they bring out your food and it's cold, you'll probably send it back. So we ask that you try to keep the hot bags hot and the cold items cold. So we try to close the bags up as much as possible, as quickly as possible, so the heat doesn't escape. The temperatures, we try to have them at least 104 degrees or better for the hot food, and the cold food, we try to have it below 40 degrees. We take temperatures of these home delivery meal plates for each route once a month. We're required to by those that provide us with our funding. So you may at some time be asked to do this, so it's important that you know how to take these temperatures. And if you would, when you open this up, you want to take very quick temperatures because the food is losing its temperature as we speak. You want to take the thermometer and stick it into the food until the numbers on the thermometer have quit changing. So we check each vegetable. When you have ham or chicken breasts that are flat, you can't really stick it into the meat this way. You need to go in it sideways so you can get the inside temperature. That's where the food is the hottest. And again, give it time for the numbers to quit changing and record the numbers on the slip of paper provided to you as you take these temperatures. It's also important to sign your paperwork, whether it be the time and temperature sheets or your delivery sheets that you will be provided with, because we have to keep records on everything. The state does come in and audit these books, and we have to show that we are providing safe food.
And speaking of paperwork, we also ask that you complete the mileage sheets provided.
Fill in all the blanks, record your mileage, sign the paperwork. Even if you're donating the use of your vehicle and the gas used, we again have to have records showing this. We also have equipment like the hot bags and the coolers that you'll be using to carry the food in. It's important that we return all the equipment when you're through with your route because we have to clean and sanitize this equipment so we can use it the next day. We ask that you try to take care of these items. If there is a problem with it, please let us know so that we can repair or replace this piece of equipment.
Another area we want our home delivered meal volunteers to know about is how contributions and donations work at the McDowell Senior Centers from our home delivered meal clients. Each week we send out a brown envelope to each of our home delivered meal clients, and it's their choice whether or not if they'd like to contribute back to the program. We don't require that anyone donate money to the McDowell Senior Center or the A.C. Bud Hogan Community Center for the services that they receive. But we strongly encourage it because those funds that do come back help us to enhance and expand the services we provide to the community. When a client gives you an envelope, we ask that our home delivered meal volunteers bring those envelopes back to the McDowell Senior Center or the A.C. Bud Hogan Community Center and return these in different ways. At the McDowell Senior Center, we have a collection box in our reception area. We ask that our volunteers do not leave the contribution envelopes on our loading dock. we ask you to please not hand it to a staff member, but to actually take those contribution envelopes directly to this collection box and put inside. At our Old Fort site, we ask that you hand off the envelopes to one of our staff members. If you're ever delivering meals and one of our home delivered meal clients would like to give you money personally, either as a tip or as a gift, please let them know immediately that you cannot accept those as a volunteer. That is contrary to the rules of our program. If a person wants to make a monetary donation, we ask that you remind them about the brown envelopes that we talked about earlier today. And also, if they'd like to make a donation to the McDowell Senior Center in a check form, if they'd like to make those out to the McDowell Senior Center and have you deliver those back to the Senior Center, that is appropriate also.
We appreciate all our volunteers and the time that you give to serve to our citizens. We can reimburse you at 50 cents a mile at the end of each month for gas if you want it, or we can accept your time and mileage as a donation to our Home Delivered Meals program. You will receive a receipt at the end of the year for tax purposes.
Thank you for taking time to deliver the meals to our home delivered meal recipients.
Thank you so much.
Thank you again for being a volunteer. Your services are priceless, and we hope you are blessed.